Howdy folks, General back to you. I'm going to show you how to make you up a spit bottle. As many people as dips and chews, and they go everywhere and they drool in a bottle, and that's nasty. And if you're at a eating place and somebody's drooling in a bottle, makes you sick, makes you don't even want to eat. So I'm going to show you something here. Get you one of these tall medicine bottles. It's about almost 2 inches at the top. Get you one of these lids like that just snaps on, and you pop it off. You can go to the drugstore and get one of those. They just give you one of them. And get your toilet paper and pull off 1, 2, 3 handfuls of paper. Fold that over like that and shove it in there. Okay? All this is toilet paper, but it's in there very loose. Right? And whatever kind of mouthwash you like. Now, I was using a different one, and the dentist told me there's no medical properties in that. Said Listerine is one of the better ones for your mouth, so I started using Listerine. So get you a good bite of Listerine and spit it in there. Just come right down into it. Put the lid on. If you got a bedside table, set that next to it. That way when you wake up, you can spit in that. Put the lid back on it. Set it down. That way it's going to be in the same place every time. All right. Now, here's how you use it in public. And it's a good idea to have either a screw type lid or one of them that locks, because one of these things will flip off in your pocket and then you'll end up pouring it in your drawers when you stand up. I've done that. I've done that. That's why I'm doing this thing here. I'm going to show you the nice way where you're not grossing out a bunch of people. Okay? Hold that thing down at the bottom. Open that up like it's got a hinge on it. Okay? It doesn't, but you're holding it up there, so this is what your friends see. Right here. That's what your friends see. Now, they know you're spitting, but they can't see it. They can't see you drooling down because you've had a lip of snuff so long that you can't spit. It just runs out of your mouth. Okay? Been there, done that now. I'm not jumping on you for anything. Yeah, I've been there. I dipped for 20 years. Chewed, smoked, all of it. So I'm telling you from being there. Come up there, just leave that cap right there, see? When you take that cap off, leave your hand right there and open it up and put that up to your face, your hand, and have your mouth right over that. I'll move my hand where you can see where I'm at. Put that thing right up to the side of your lip, corner of your lip, and let it just slide in there. But you're up here like this, so nobody sees anything. And then roll that thing right back over and slide it in that shirt pocket right there. Okay? And naturally you want one a little shorter than that, but one a hand height, one pill bottle The hand hat, it'll do a whole chew of tobacco. Yeah. And here's something else. You see somebody take all they can get between their thumb and their first finger and take that bottom lip and just roll that thing in there where it's level with their teeth. And then they put their tongue in on top of it and get it a little wet where it doesn't fall out. Most of that's wasted. And as much as that blooming stuff costs, let's turn this camera around a little bit here where I'm not standing on my head. As much as snuff costs now, they're having to get extra money coming in for the lawsuits for all the cancer people. You know, all they take the whole bottom jaw off. So it's just open here and you can't eat, so you got to have a feeding tube and all that mess. And not everybody, but you know. So I'm fixing to show you something that you can do. I'm not saying quit. I mean, if you like Copenhagen like I did, okay, I'd go through some Copenhagen. And I swallowed a few mouthfuls of it too when I was biting a wreck or something, trying to keep some idiot from hitting me. And I'd swallow the whole mouthful, snuff and all. Oh, you talk about sick. Anyway, an old man that I worked with said, "Boy, what do you got in your lip?" I said, "I got a dip of snuff in there." He said, "Boy, hadn't anybody told you how to dip snuff?" I said, "No, I just figured you know, do it like everybody else does, you know, load your lip." He said, "You don't need that." He said, "Matter of fact," he said, "spit that shit out and let me show you something." He said, "Pull your lip down like that." He said, "Is it white or yellow?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know what that is?" He said, "That's pre-cancer." I said, "Oh shit." Excuse my French, but that's what I said. He said, "I tell you how you can do it, where you can get the same rush that you always do from your tobacco, but only use a can every 2 weeks." I said, "Oh, now that's full of beans." I said, "No." He said, "No. I'm telling you like it is. All this extra that you got in your mouth, you're wasting it. And it's killing the tissues in your mouth. And all that white stuff in there, if you don't do something now to take care of that, it's going to turn to cancer, and they're going to have to take that whole dadgum thing off." I said, "Well, I don't want that. What can I do?" He said, "See the tip of my little finger right there? About the size of a green pea is all the snuff you need." That's all bull hickey. He said, "No, you put it right up in here. You know that little piece of skin that goes between your lip and your gum?" He said, "There's a little pocket right up in there. Stick your tongue up in there." So put it up in there. I said, "Yeah, what about it?" He said, "That's where you put that pea-sized bunch of snuff. You stick it up in there with a little spit, reach up there and tap it with your tongue every once in a while, keep it wet." He said, "The nice thing about it," he said, "you can rinse your mouth out and spit, and you can drink. Well, that's poked up in there. You don't have to be thirsty like you are when you got a dip of snuff or a chew of tobacco. You know, you can't drink nothing because you're drinking the juice down too." I said, "Well, yeah, that's right." He said, "This way you just pack it up in that little corner right there. And by doing that, not only you saving snuff, but you're allowing this down here to start healing. Because it can't start healing with you got a big dip in there all the time. That dip is killing it. I said, how do you know that's true? He raised his lip up and he had him a dip up there, and he pulled this down here and he's just as pink. He said, I'm working on 50 years. I said, you stick it up in. He said, every other time you put it on this side, and you can leave it up there 6 hours at a time. Take it out, rinse it out, put it in on the other side. Put it in there when you want it. And when you need an extra little something or other, reach up there with the tip of your tongue, tap it, stick it back up in there, and make sure you keep it wet. And keep trucking. He said, you don't have to spit near as much. You get the same amount of tobacco, the same amount of nicotine out of it. You're letting your bottom lip start healing, because there's no way it can heal with all that snuff you got packed in it. He said, and then when you do decide to quit, just start dropping back on the amount that you put up there. So I took him up on it, and 2 or 3 years later, I saw him again. I raised that up there and showed him. He said, let's see the bottom lip. And it was just as pink. He said, ain't you glad you did that? I said, you dead gone tootin'. I'm going to pass that on. So you can take that into the bank and save your bottom lip from getting cut off. All right, my space is running out. I'm going to have to get off of here. Love everybody. Good luck to you. And it's General. I'm out.